Thank y'all for making it out in the rain. I like it. And you got is this your first person on your team or second or third or fifth? Your first time ever, first one. Give him a hand, yeah. Do you mind coming up here and sharing how you met that person? Come on up. Is it okay? You look reluctant. Well, the people online are watching. Yeah. All right. First off, introduce yourself and how long you been doing this.
So my name is Xavier Ori. I've been a realtor now for 10 months. Full time, 4 months.
Okay.
Laura Pena is Pena.
Here we go. Go ahead.
I start over. My
Yep.
name is Xavier Ori. I've been a realtor now for 10 months, 6 months, 4 months full time. Laura Pena is my sponsor. My first, would you say, person that I brought on, she was my first client. Actually, I sold her her home. She relocated from Virginia, so she stays here now in Dallas, Texas. She is a family member of mine,
Okay.
so she was my first closing as well as my first person that I brought on my downline. So that's pretty much how I met her. We're like long lost cousins. We share the same last name. We haven't seen each other in over 30 years, so we kind of reconnected, through her finding out I was doing real estate and she was moving here. She reached out to me. So when she got here, that was my first time seeing her in over 30 years. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like we kind of met each other again. But
So real quick, what did you say to her about We Partners or EXP or Laura's group? What did you say?
I pretty much just told her that. So this is my second brokerage that I joined. I pretty much just told her that I switched over because I felt the support here. I felt the family dynamics. I felt how everyone's supportive of everyone. That we all support each other. We're all here to build and grow. I invited her out because she was shopping around. She did look at Keller Williams, so I invited her out to the crawfish boil that
Yeah.
we had. I introduced her to Daniel and a few people that were there, and then she hung out for a couple hours, and then maybe make an hour after the event, she texted me and said that she made her mind up. So pretty much just brought her around and let her see for herself, and then it did its job. So you don't have to do much if you want to bring people on. If you have people hesitant of joining EXP, just invite them out to our events, let them see, and it'll do it. It'll work yourself out. It really will, because that's all I did. I didn't have to say much.
Give him a hand. My work here is done. I'm going to go to Mo. I mean, that's just the best advice you can give to anybody. I don't need to sit up here and talk about the plan. He explained it. Just invite someone out here and they get to meet everybody, and that's it. It's almost like you should feel guilty for being able to make the kind of money you can make, because all you got to do is invite people out here and get them around Daniel and his enthusiasm and his excitement, right? And you get to benefit massively for that, right? I did the same thing in insurance. I just would invite people around. Everybody thought I was a recruiting guru. I wasn't. I was like, yo, man, we got something going on at the office Thursday. You want to come? That's it. Wasn't spectacular. And so, no, I can turn down crawfish. Yeah, in heartbeat, I'll turn it down. I walked around and looked at it and wished I liked it. I was like, that looks so good, but I don't like it. So I've tried it, but yeah, a lot of work. Yeah, reminds me of like their little lobsters. Tons of work, and they don't taste near as good as lobster. But congratulations. And it was a customer. In fact, I got two customers here right now, Alina and Joel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, they are custom home builders with GJ Gardner. Did I say it right? GJ Gardner. I get the J and the G mixed up a lot. GJ Gardner. And we just got to talking. I said, y'all you need to come see my family here at We Partners. We're a little bigger than this. The rain scared some people, so I'm glad it didn't scare you. And I knew it wouldn't. But I want you to meet everybody around here. I think Alina and Joel will be a power couple for sure. If they get their license, they'll take off. But I said, come on and check everybody out. So they're here. So thank you so much. And we're putting y'all's house up for listing. We did. It's in coming soon status, and it goes live. I think. Are y'all sticking to Tuesday? Okay, wow. Y'all got a lot of work done. Y'all got a lot of work done. I didn't think it was going to happen Tuesday. But I wanted to get out of there before y'all got in a fight about Tuesday. So I'm just kidding. They weren't going to get in a fight. But thanks for sharing that with us, Xavier, because that's huge, because that is the backbone of who we are, Mo, is we just invite. We just invite. And once you get out of your own way and quit complicating everything, and all you do is invite, life is good. Simplicity is great. You can move very fast in simplicity. It's very hard to move fast in complexity. But if you just keep things simple, I promise you, you can move extremely fast. And you'll look back one day and you'll have, what was it that Kinder from Oklahoma, he had 7,000 people on his team. One day you'll look back, I have 7,000 people on my team. And homeboy was making $459,000 a month. Am I allowed to say that? Sure. Okay, cool. Um, after I said it, it's easier to ask for forgiveness. So sorry if I wasn't supposed to say that. But yeah, I didn't, and I didn't say Oklahoma, so we're good. No one's gonna know who it is. I'm digging myself a hole. But all right, where was I going with that, Jennifer? I got lost in my. Oh, so yeah, one day you'll wake up and boom. That's exactly what happened to me when I built my last business. It was literally like this poof, and there I am sitting in headquarters, and they're offering me a lot of money to buy my company. And I was like, wow, it just seems like yesterday I was inviting people to come hang out with me and play this thing called life with me, and now you're giving me money for it. And just keep inviting. That's all I can recommend. And let her figure her way out. Let her figure out what she needs to do, because you're family. You got to be careful. Good, good. If it's someone that you brought in that wasn't family, you can be more involved and hold her accountable and stuff. But there's an issue there with the family thing. Like Brandon's trying really hard to hold Jennifer accountable since she got her license, and it's just not working. They haven't gotten along ever since he tried that tech. I'm kidding. He never tried that technique. Am I right? Okay, good. Never tried that. Yeah, we advised him against that, and he already knew. He was smart enough. He's an intelligent man. But I forgot where I was going with all this. There was a reason I started that way, inviting people. Okay, so you get to build a business model with inviting, Ken, and don't think, well, I don't have time, because you have time. You're just inviting. That's all you're doing. And so I want everybody in here. I want everybody that I talk to. I want you to become a business owner, right? I don't want you to be in the self-employed category. I was in that self-employed category right here, and I thought it was cool until I went broke. I thought it was awesome until life hit me, right? And when life hits you and you're a self-employed person, you're going down fast, so fast. You can't you have no idea how quickly you're going down. But if I can get you to come over here into what Kiyosaki calls the cash flow quadrant, if I can get you to go from self-employed to business owner to where you can leave and still make money, that's where I want you. Like, that's where I want my daughter right now. My daughter's a hairstylist and she does a great job. She's got a great following on social media. She's amazing. But ever since she did that, I was like, baby doll, you can't stay here. I need you to hire other hairstylists. I need you to build a business. And that's her goal. Actually, her goal is getting closer and closer to real estate. It's kind of funny. The more she goes, I'm just starting to get excited about this. I said, well, come on. But I can't put pressure on her because she's my daughter. But I don't want her to stay in that role of being a hairstylist, because when she has a baby, what's going to happen? Is money going to come in? Nope, no money coming in. Zero, zilch, nada. And she's going to have a baby. It's going to happen. She's 20. She's turned 29. Yeah, she just turned 29 last week. So it's like, it will happen. She'll have a baby. And then you take time off. Daniel's going somewhere this summer. You're going back to Europe. Going back to Europe this summer. Last year, he went for 2 months, and he still made money while he was over there. This year, he says he's not going as long. He might only go a month, but he can still make money. Now, Xavier, I say this same thing every single week, and here's why. Because eventually I'm going to say it, and it's going to hit someone, and they're going to realize they're in trouble right here if they don't start thinking forward to their future. I don't care how young you are. I don't care how old you are. You've got to start thinking, uh-oh, there's going to be a day. And so I'm going to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And someone's going to say, okay, I got it now. It's time. And this is the best 2-year business plan I've ever seen. It's absolutely phenomenal what you can accomplish in 2 years. Now, the problem with people is we try to accomplish too much in 1 year or 30 days or 6 months versus what we can get done in 2 years. But if you focus today on, you know what? Today, I'm going to start inviting 5 people a week to this meeting, or if you have a meeting with that you do on your own where you share the opportunity, whatever it is. But pick a number, stick to it, and see what happens. The cool thing about numbers is you'll figure it out. Ken, if you start inviting 10 people every week to this meeting, and after 30 days you're not getting the results you want, then we know something about you, Ken. What is that? You need to invite more people. That's all. That's all. You might be 20. Scribner might be at 10 and get 4 people here. You might be at 20 and get 4 people here. Who cares? That doesn't matter. People would always ask me, well, how many dollars you got to make to get 20 appointments? When I get to 20 appointments, I will let you know, right? So if your goal is to get 4 people here or 2 people here a week, you decide, you figure out what you got to invite to get here so you can become a business owner. It's the most amazing deal in the world. So many people are leaving so much money on the table, going out and doing transactions. I'm talking millions and millions and millions of dollars you're leaving on the table because you're not at least somewhat focused here. You're focused here. Why are we focused here? Does anybody answer that question? Anybody? Just take a guess. You're not, I won't like ridicule if you say the wrong answer. It's about you. It's your control. It's a lot faster over here. Control faster. It's a lot quicker. You know, if you're good at transactions in this business, you know exactly how many people you got to talk to. You know exactly how many people that it takes to get you to a listing or buy. You've got it figured out. You're really good at it. And in emergency situations, you jump to this. And then you say things to me like, well, I can't focus on building right now. I got too much on my plate. Guess what? That is the exact time you need to be focused on building because you got too much on your plate. Because at any moment, if you can't work and it's all on your plate, uh-oh, you're in trouble. I used to sell life insurance for many years, Scribner, and people would say to me, I can't afford it. And I would look at you and say, this is the time that you need to afford it. Because now let's take your paycheck out of here. You're dead. You're no longer here. Now, what's going to happen? You can't afford it now. Your family's suffering today. How bad they going to suffer when you're dead? Y'all with me? It's the same thing with building. It's the exact same thing. If you can't work today because you got too much on your plate, where's all that stuff going to go on your plate? If you take you out of the equation because you can't do something, it's going down. That plate's dropping. It's going to drop fast. And you're going to think, man, I did so well. I was making good money. I noticed something about you real estate agents. Y'all like your cars. Y'all really fired up about y'all's cars. Y'all buy some nice cars around here. I like it. I dig it. I think it's cool. But at the same time, I wouldn't buy no fancy car till you got at least 100 people on your team. Why? Well, because what if you can't work? Can you still pay for the car? You with me? And so I had a good mentor in my old business. He would teach me, he'd say, listen, delayed gratification. Don't buy anything until you have 300 people on your team. Cool, got it. Done. And it's in a discussion. We don't have to talk about this anymore. I won't do it. Because then if I get taken out of the equation, we can still pay for the car. We can still pay for the house. Y'all with me? So you're leaving millions on the table by just not asking people, exactly like Xavier did. Hey, come meet the family. Come meet the people I'm hanging out with. That's all I want you to do. They get to meet everybody, especially at one of Daniel's barbecues, because they're just ridiculous. I think we have one every week these days. It feels like we're having one every week. You had one Friday or Saturday. Yeah, it was my daughter's birthday, so I couldn't attend that one. But it's like, all right, when's the next one? I shouldn't ask that question because it could actually be this weekend. Yeah. So hmm? Karen Richards will be here next Wednesday. Holy cow! Next Wednesday is an extremely important meeting. Y'all need to be here for that. But damn it, all you got to do is invite people to the meeting, and they show up next Wednesday. So they see everybody. They make a decision without you. You don't got to go sit with them for 2 hours. I love when people tell me, "Well, I sat down with them for 2 hours and I told them everything about EXP." I was like, "Oh dear Lord, they ain't going to join." You sat down with them for 2 hours and explained EXP. What's there explaining for two hours? Nothing. I can draw it out here. Let me just draw it out real quick. You invite a bunch of people in, and about 4 are going to go crazy, and you're going to make a lot of money. That's it. And these four are going to kind of hang around and marinate. They're marinators. I'm the marinator. I marinate. But when I get done marinating, watch out. I'm gonna be dangerous. And then you got four more that they would literally starve in a grocery store. There's nothing you could do to them whatsoever to help them. They're literally going to starve. Drop them in at HEB, the most expensive, best HEB in the world, and they would look at you and say, "I'm hungry." There's nothing to eat. So don't worry about them. Be sweet and nice to them. There's no sense in wasting energy. But these four right here. So I'm done with the plan. That's it. So just if you could just invite people, then you'll build a business. Now, here's the cool thing. A lot of us already got programs to help everybody get started. I got a 12-week coaching program that I'm so excited about, fired up about. Noel's the only person that's actually seen it. And it is everything about holding people accountable. It's activity. Activity cures everything. Activity will cure anxiety. Activity will cure not feeling, I don't feel like doing it today. Throw in some activity, you'll feel like doing it. Who in here works out, been to the gym, and you didn't want to go to the gym, and it was the best gym session you ever had, right? You closing your eyes like, you talking to me, man. You talking right to me. It's like you and I are the only ones in the room right now. You felt that. You left that gym session going, man, I almost didn't come. And it was the best one you had. Activity cures everything. So my 12-week coaching program is 100% on just, hey, we're going to talk about what did you do last week? Not, well, I had a lot going on because I had some closing and I was stressed out. That ain't activity. Worry is never a solution to anything. Anxiety is never a solution to anything. But I promise you, you have two or three closings, anxiety and worry will creep in. The only way to beat that and beat it bad is with activity, because then you forget about it. You're moving on. You move on. A dog in the hunt doesn't realize it's got fleas. Doesn't have one flea. It's in the hunt, no fleas. My dog's about frisbees. He don't hunt. But if I got that frisbee in my hand, I don't care if he's limping and bleeding, Brandon, and he has been limping and bleeding before, but he still went after that frisbee. He didn't care. But then I get back home and he looks at my wife like, oh, he's dying. And my wife goes, "Why are you hurting my dog?" I said, "When I was throwing the frisbee, he didn't care." That's us. That's people. When you're moving and you're going, I promise you everything changes. That's what our 12-week program is about. And if you don't like my 12-week program, guess what? There's about 200 other groups out there that got other programs. Daniel's got a program. We all got programs. You can join their program and check out what they're doing. You might not want to be held accountable every week. And after some of y'all come on a couple of weeks, you'll be like, yeah, I don't want to be held accountable no more, because it's not going to be easy. We're not going to sugarcoat this, say, oh, well, you're supposed to do X, Y, Z, but don't worry, good job. Do you want me to say that to you? Like Ken, if you said, hey, I want to meet 10 new people next week, and you came back and you only met 2, do you want me to say good job? No, you don't want me to say good job. Now, but at some point, you got to look in the mirror and say, this is ridiculous. I ain't doing it like this no more. I got to get after it. I said I was going to do 10. I got to do 10. I'm preaching on some for some reason. So we've showed the plan right there. You don't need to spend 2 hours with him, because who do people join? Xavier, who do people join? Who did your daughter or your cousin join? She joined EXP. People join people. She made a connection with someone here that night and said, I'm in. Same thing for me. I am literally selling my business, putting my office up for rent. Colin says, come to my meeting. Or come to me. He said, come meet Daniel and Calvin. And I wanted to say, bro, I'm busy. I'm about to retire. Like, dude, I got stuff, man. I'm going to Grand Cayman in a couple weeks. I don't go there. But I went and I fell in love with Daniel. I said, oh, I'm in. I texted my pastor and said, dang, I got sucked in again, man. Here we go. I'm about to get rich again. Here we go, because this dude's good. Did I join EXP? Nah. Now, EXP is the baddest. Ain't nobody better. And if you want to disagree with me, Brandon will fight you. I won't. I'm a delicate flower. I'll let him fight for me. But it's the baddest. There ain't nothing better. What Glenn has given us in this business model to make stupid amounts of money for Moe at the age of 20. At the age of 20, he can start building a business. He didn't have to have thousands or $50,000 in capital. He ain't got to have no building. You know with me? Moe can just start inviting today and start building a business. Unheard of years ago. Nowadays, it's heard of because we got what? Amazon, Uber. We get to build off the platform that's Glenn's already given us. But never forget, I joined because I met Daniel. Well, and Colin too. Colin's a good guy. Nothing against Colin, but he was smart and didn't say much and got me around Daniel. He did not let me scare him in the fact that I just sold my company for 7 figures. That didn't bother him. Nope, you got to meet Daniel and Calvin. I'll hear people, Noel, say to me, he's making too much money. She's making too much money. I don't want to waste their time having them meet Daniel and Calvin. I did. And I was going to Grand Cayman, right? So all you got to do is invite. Okay. So I want everybody in here. Now, also, I want y'all to hear me. I'm excited that Joel's here and Alina's here and Dammy's still here and Mo's father Jonathan's here. I'm excited we got new people here. Have this is your first time out? You've been here before, okay? And I'm excited they're here, but understand, Judy, why I show this every single week. Does anybody want to take a guess why I show this every single week? What my top 3 reasons are? Motivation, inspiration. My number one reason is to show people like Scribner and Ken and the people that are already here is to remind them, not show them, remind them of this great opportunity we have and how simple and how easy it is, and to get them fired up. That's number one reason. Number one reason, Judy, is to remind y'all what Glenn has given. Glenn has given us a gift, and some of us are walking around like, yeah, I'll recruit, I'll build later, I'll attract later, I'll do it later. I'm busy, I got too much on my plate. So I'm here to remind you, Mo, don't lose sight of what's right in front of you with what Glenn's given us on this amazing platform where we can all build, every one of us. That's number one. Number 2 is so I get better at it. And number 3 is to hope that Dammy joins. He's number 3. Recruiting is 3rd. Hope Papa Mo joins. But that's 3rd reason I do it, not number 1. Number 1 is to remind everyone in here what we got our hands on. And what we have our hands on is ridiculous. If you just would say, this is ridiculous. You mean all I got to do is invite people and I can become a millionaire? Yes. Especially now with co-sponsorship. Like you can literally, Ken, invite a person in here. And let's say that person is like, I only want to build on YouTube. Cool. I ain't going to coach you. But what I can do is put you up with Levi. Levi coach you. Y'all good. That's crazy, right? It's insane. You can pick anybody you want to train the people you bring in. You with me? I think you should pick me because my 12-week training program, but you know, what the hell? What do I know? Shameless plug. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I just gave a plug on myself. Okay. So real quick, I need to give out the whole thing. This is E and this is I. This is employee. This is where our man Dammy is right now, W-2 employee. And W-2 employee is better than self-employed. Do you know why? Because when self-employed quits working, self is unemployed. But you can act like you work in here and still get a paycheck. Am I right? Can I get an amen for all the employee people? Yeah. So I mean, you can do the bare minimum. Just not get. Okay. I don't suggest that. I think you should give everything you got to. You don't develop bad habits. But this is actually better than this when it comes to that. Now you got to venture over here, Xavier. You had to venture over here to figure this. You've been doing it 10 months. You said, right? Glad you did. You're brave. You're bold. No kidding. Okay. That's awesome. You're bad to the bone. Most people won't do it, but you did it. But do me a favor, don't stay here. I'm begging you, don't stay here. How old are you, Xavier? 33. You're so young. I built my first business that I made all the money in when I was 34. I started when I was 34. You got tons of time, man. You're 33. You're so damn young. Okay. So, and then you got investor, which there's only one investor here in the room, and that's that man right there, Daniel. If you walk into any building in Plano, just ask who owns the building. It's probably him somehow, some way. I've given up on trying to ask him anymore. I go eat places and just out of curiosity, I'm going to ask. Sure enough. And if he doesn't own it and he knows somebody in it, it's weird. My old landlord, all the way over in Argyle, he knows him. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to bring in my real estate agent that I really like. She sold. He goes, I know her, and he did. He looked her up. I was like, oh, okay, you know her too. An incredible network, but an investor. And this is really where we all eventually want to be. Eventually, that's where we want to be. Okay. But I'm not even going to bring that up right now because Glenn Sanford didn't build that for us. He built this for us. And this is amazing. Okay. All right. Xavier, I need you to keep doing transactions. Okay. I'm not saying don't do transactions. Do transactions. But here's what you need to hear me. I promise you, you can do transactions and build if you get out of your own way. if you get out of your own way. A lot of people say to me, "Well, I got too much." No, get out of your own way. Keep inviting. With a man like Daniel and Laura and everything you have in your pedigree, someone's going to take care of the person, and you just get to keep doing. That's the cool thing about it. That's what people are missing. You can do 10 transactions a month, bring in 40 people, and those 40 people are coached and trained by somebody else. Go figure. You see, if you're a broker and you go set out and do your own business, guess who's training them all? You, right? You were in a brokerage, right? And that one person was responsibility for you. And it was a pain in the butt to you probably because there's only one. Well, guess what? We have thousands and thousands and thousands. Damn, a lot of times people say, y'all look like y'all are a pyramid. And I'm like, no, we're not a pyramid. Well, we're not that type of pyramid. This is the type of pyramid we are. You ready? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can do this. What am I doing? This is you. And you have 2,000 employees inside of EXP to help you. Xavier, you don't have to worry about your cousin. She got support. And then above you, you got what's called sponsors, people that brought you in. And they all good. They all strong. You got Laura up in there. You got who's Laura direct to? Melanie, and then Melanie's Judy. And we talking some bad to the bone people. Like you done. You just go do transactions because you got some superstars in there. But guess what? Now you've got 90,000 agents to choose from to decide who can help coach that person. It's amazing what we have here. Now, the broker's like this. That's the only person making money in the brokerage, am I right? They hired all these people. That's a pyramid right there. Am I right? That's a pyramid right there. Here, guess what? You get to share in the income. And so does Laura, so does Mel, so does Judy, so does my man Daniel, so does Tom. No, James. So does Tom. Who's above Tom? Tracy. I didn't know I was that close to Tracy. That's cool. And then you got Tracy. They all get to share in the revenue. How cool is that? If you're not getting re-fired up about this again, you need to be. Because I need you, Ken, to imagine you are Tracy. For the love of God, you're just as good as Tracy, right? And you have all these people you are sharing off the revenue. Does that not fire you up and excite you? So let's say you have a transaction happening this weekend. No, let's say it's supposed to close, I should say. It's supposed to close. It's supposed to be a done deal, but it falls through. Doesn't happen. But you have 300 people on your team, and you're earning about, $45,000 a month in revenue share. How upset are you that transaction fell off the books? Just like Barry Sanders. Y'all are too young to know who Barry Sanders is. But Barry Sanders is the best running back in the world. No one touched him. People thought they had him, and he just disappeared. He's incredible. He was like Barry Sanders, brushing things off. Let's say it was a $2 million house, and your commissions was going to be, I can't do math. I don't know why I went down this route. What's the commission close to a $2 million deal? $60,000. You about to get $60,000, and it falls through. You upset? You upset? But you got 300 people on your team. Yeah. Not as much, no. You're like, And you ready? People watching you now. Now you're going to tell them, yep, I just lost a $60,000 commission check. I don't care. I'm all good. Let's keep going. Now you're going to show people how to live correctly. Other people be going, I can't have this happen to me. And they go crying and they blame somebody. They'll blame somebody. One thing I'm noticing about some real estate folks, I'm doing my first closing today. Ooh, people blame somebody. I've gotten blamed somehow. I'm like, I just want to sign the papers. I'm buying the damn thing. I don't want to tell you, man. But I've gotten blamed in the deal today. I'm like, I ain't blaming me. I'm not going to be your emergency. You done messed this up, not me. I don't care. Blame me if you want to blame me. You see what I'm saying? But then you get a chance to live by example, lead by example, I should say, and show people, hey, I just lost a $60,000 commission check. Who cares? Who cares? I want you to live this way, Ken. And all you gotta do is invite. I'm gonna shut up on the inviting, okay? But I hope it got to somebody today. Like they're gonna invite 10 people next week. Like no matter what, 10 people next week. That's part of my coaching program. It's 10 a week, 10 a week, 10 a week. Okay. I am excited, so excited that we get to. Oh, by the way, I'm giving away free T-shirts at the end, if and only if you're willing to put it on and take a picture with me, because my book drop is tomorrow. Shameless plug again. Thank you. Hope y'all don't mind with my 2 shameless plugs. Thank you, Mo. And I'm excited. What's up, Melvin? Um, I'm excited. I'm excited about our future, the future that we have here that Daniel has already put in place and built for us. And all we have to do is participate and go. We don't have to think it. We just go. Okay. And Joel and Aline, I'm so glad y'all are here today to hear this young man. He's 20 years old. 20 years old. I just wish I would have been this smart and intelligent at the age of 20, right? He's 20 years old, and he's going to get up here and share some things with you. This is what we do. We do leadership training every Wednesday. And Xavier, I'd love for you to participate as soon as you can and come up here and train on something you're passionate about. It can be anything. It can be working out. It can be being a good father. No, I'm not kidding. You can be anything. I want you up here training on something, right? Because that helps you grow. And what we do here every Wednesday, Ken, is we grow. Okay. We are into personal development. See, the reason why people aren't succeeding is not a script, it's not leads, it's their attitude towards things. Okay. Now I'm going to say one thing, I'm going to shut up. Talent is never enough. It's never enough. We just saw that in the draft a couple of weeks ago with Sanders. Had a lot of talent, but what was bad? Attitude. Amazing. And think about that. Think about that just for a second. Attitude bad. Uh-oh, you're going to slip. You got to work on your people skills. You got to be humble. You got to focus. That's what people are buying from. That's how people are going to join you. And I'm so proud of Mo, Judy, for being bold and brave enough to say, you know what? I'll do it. And Melvin, he decided to do this last Wednesday. He didn't really decide to do it. He was voluntold. He kind of volunteered and he was told. It was a very strange combination how it happened. You got to be careful, Xavier. It could happen to you real quick. But you want to do it next week? You want to train next week? What do you want to train on? Like if you got out of that, you Barry Sanders. You just slid right out of that thing, man. you safe. Okay. So we don't have nothing next week? Karen Richards will be here at 11. Rock on. Okay, you're off. But seriously, Xavier, I want you to think about something you want to train on. It can be anything. It can be literally on how to be a good father. I'll be fine with that. People need to hear that. We especially need to hear that in today's world. So you pick anything you want, come up here and train. You're voluntold. But I'm very proud of him. He said yes, and he showed up. We've had some people say yes and cancel on us, right? But he said yes, and he showed up, and he brought his father. That, I just want to cuss right. That is right there, right? That's what we're doing here. His father gets to see this. So y'all do me a favor since his father's here. Can y'all stand up and clap for Mo? Tell Mo you're proud of him.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Moe Awad. I am 20 years old. I'm a commercial advisor with Invest Group and EXP Commercial. I got into this business because of my family. I have a family full of investors and business owners, and they taught me my way through life, how to interact with people. That college degree isn't everything. A lot of people wonder why I'm 20 years old and I'm not in college, or it wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't something I would see myself enjoying in the long run. College is amazing, if you want to become a doctor, lawyer, engineer. But as a business owner or entrepreneur, man, getting around the correct people is better than getting a business degree. So I feel like the community I'm with and the people around me is better than any degree I can pursue. And I'm glad to have you guys, and thank you for coming. Today I'm going to be talking about grind now, own later. Discover lasting success in commercial real estate and real estate in general. Unwavering faith, relentless grit, and continuous growth. So obviously growing in real estate is planting the seed, getting around the right people, shaking the right hands, cold calling, networking. In the world of real estate, planting season is where the hustle happens and the unseen grind. The daily effort that lays in the groundwork for future success. This is where the agents knock on doors with no answers, host open houses with no turnout, and constantly refresh their CRM with nothing popping up. All while batting the self-doubt, but this is the crucial foundation that separates the top producers from the rest. So going in every day and just grinding hard and just, the time will come. It's just patience. Will come sooner than later. So every touch is a seed. Following up, meeting someone, shaking their hand, how like Paul said, just inviting and just walking them in, and something will happen. You never know if it's now, later, 5 years, 10 years, they'll just show up. Property tours, which is browsing clients. Being new in the industry, you have time on your hands. You can always go out with someone, and maybe they might not be ready now, but they'll be ready sooner than later. They'll be ready next month, next year. So just give your time. It shows you that you're loyal. It shows that you're committed with them. Cold calling with no answers. Just if it goes straight to voicemail, at least you're sitting in someone's voicemail box. You go back and you leave another voicemail the following day and the other day, and they'll see that you're consistent, and they'll see you tried. And so obviously in commercial real estate, you're always trying to find off-market deals for people. You're always trying to find things of value, and that just goes the extra mile. When you're constantly cold calling for a property or a listing, it will help. Every interaction you have with someone, you never know what is on the other side of it. It could lead to something great. It could just dry up, but just keep watering it, keep pushing towards it. Watering is value with no strings. So you can water and nothing could happen or something could happen. You're not losing anything by watering. So most agents plant the seed and then they disappear. They'll ghost off, they'll say hi, and then they'll never follow back up. But you always need to follow up. You always need to keep on top of it, nurture, invite a cup of coffee, do something. The real pros in real estate always nurture. They always follow up. They're always there when you need them. And so when they need you, at least you followed up. You were there. You were consistent with them. And how to water is just inviting them, like how Paul says. Cup of coffee, give them valuable data, show them the market analyst. Just always being there and committed. And the payoff is consistent watering. A client previously never responded or were slow to responding, and they'll say you were staying consistent when they need you. This shows the power of nurturing relationships over time, even when immediate results aren't visible. Real estate pays off in relationships. In business, the true currency is not just commission, but in relationships. You build and nurture over time. Consistent value adding is the key to interacting with deals rather than consistently chasing them. So always just build your network, build your community. Be on top of it. The compound effect. Posting daily, checking up on people, consistent prospecting, cold calling, door knocking, and the personal growth. You have to grow in yourself, because you grow in yourself, you grow as a better human being, and you grow better for other people. So just make sure your self-health, your self-network, you're just good for yourself. A lot of people, you're not behind because you're not good enough. You're simply still becoming the person you're meant to be. Patience is key. God planned a time for certain things to happen. He has a time factor. It's like a ticking bomb. It will happen sooner than later. Just be patient, work hard, stay consistent. Just will happen. That's all I have to say, you know. Like, times get tough and it's like slow season and you just don't know what to do. Just work hard, cold call, just follow up. There's always something to keep you busy. And, you know, patience is key. God will make it happen. Growth. And true real estate and true wealth and real estate in the industry isn't just found in the size of your commission check, but in the depth of your personal, professional growth. When you consistently invest in expanding your knowledge, honing your skills, and becoming more valuable to your clients, you'll unlock exponential opportunities for success. This consistent focus on self-improvement is the foundation set allows you to you'll succeed in any market. Like, where you network yourself, you'll succeed anywhere. Like, I was talking to this agent, Abraham, over in Canada, amazing dude. He has over 700 in his downline. Yeah, he said a true producer will produce in any market. That's what separates you from someone else. So just keep growing, keep staying consistent. And, you know, God will put it in as long as you put in the work. So grind now and own later. So obviously, like how I keep saying, just keep grinding, keep going. Will happen sooner than later by planting the seed, just staying consistent. Pray through the process, you know, keep praying, keep in relationship with God in your life, and then stay gritty. Perseverance and the unwavering commitment to just stay on your plan, stay focused, and just never stop growing. Never stop growing your production, never stop growing in your downline. Just keep growing in whatever business model you want to. And the weekly challenge I have for everyone is cold call an old lead. Cold call someone you haven't spoke to in a while. Just check up on them, see how they're doing. Post one piece of value-driven content. And I'm not good at posting, so, you know, it's a challenge for everyone. So just post something that you feel like will entertain a group of people and they'll catch value, whatever it may be, in real estate and growth in your business, in anything you find value, just post it. And then take 5 quiet minutes to pray and reflect on your life at least once a day. You know, at least once a day, just have a reminder to reflect on how your week is and speak to God. God hears, you know, just speak to him and things will happen. And the journey in real estate is not an easy one. Nothing's easy in life. And you stay committed. It's, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Sprints you can go run and then at the end you're exhausted. Marathon you practice, you take time. And Paul he runs marathons and stuff. So, you know, it's a commitment value. You always have to put your time and your effort and everything you need. You can't just get up and decide to run a marathon all at once. You have to put in the months, the effort, the consistent growth. And, you know, just consistently, personally growing, work together and to build a sustainable and fulfilling career. By embracing the grind now and own later mindset, the principles of God, grit, and growth, and real estate agents of professionalism can forge a path to long-term success and personal fulfillment. And that was quick. I apologize. I probably talked pretty quick, but I appreciate everyone for coming out. Here's my contact info. Go ahead. I would love questions.
That was good, dude.
I appreciate you, Paul.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, that was amazing. Please come back next week. What, 20 years old.
Yes, sir.
Before this, you were in college.
Yes, sir.
How did you meet? Who did you meet here at Invest? Was it Daniel?
So I was at Champions Real Estate School, just browsing.
Yeah.
I saw Daniel there. And Daniel he aligned like what my family values are. His family values are the same thing, you know. My family comes from investors. My father's been investing from the early times. His uncles have been investing. It's just in our bloodline. Daniel's family invested. And obviously, how you said, that's the ultimate goal. Yeah. And so I felt like people like people. Yeah. So Daniel, I loved his personality. I loved his values. And then we set up a meeting. I met Calvin, Colin. It's just family, how you said. It felt like the right place. I didn't have to browse for long. Yeah. Less than a week, I knew where I wanted to go. I knew who I wanted to be.
So I wasn't going to do this, but you said something that triggered me. People. So all you got to do is invite people. Do you have to know everything about EXP? No, you don't even have to know how to spell EXP. I'll help you if you don't know. I got that one. But you don't have to know everything. In fact, you don't have to know everything about real estate. Am I right? You can know nothing about real estate. But do you know the people here? Do you know Daniel's heart? Do you know what Daniel's built here with this servant mentality that runs throughout? A dodo brain like me can come in here with no real estate experience, Joel. And I'm talking, I had so many my mentor, I talked to least than anybody else. I have an assigned mentor that was given to me. Nothing wrong with her. I love her to death. But I talked to Scrib more and learned more from Judy than anybody else because everybody's like, oh, you're a new guy? Can I help you? That's what he built. He built that to say, hey, everybody pile in, help the new guy. So therefore, you don't got to know anything about real estate if you know Daniel. Am I right? And that's what you did.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. I know Daniel. So now you have this. This is what frustrates me sometimes. Okay. You know what it takes to join here.
Yes, sir.
If you know what it takes to join here, then why on God's green earth wouldn't you invite other people to Daniel? See how simple it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just inviting, bringing people
That's
together.
why you joined.
And then you grow over your family. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What do y'all do? I think we do real estate. I'm not too sure, but I need you to meet Daniel. Seriously. I'm pretty certain it's real estate, but who knows? The guy's happy. He likes people. Come meet him. Right? That's it. You met him at Champions.
Yeah.
So you know the secret now to building a literally 1,000 man woman army.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
By just
inviting, being welcoming, showing your family. That's all it is.
Who wants to complicate what I'm telling you? Like you got your critic brain's going, no, Paul, you're missing something. Just go ahead and hit me. Frank, I love critics. Go ahead. Yes.
I just want to say one more thing. A lot of people hesitate to invite people out because they say when you have children and they have kids, you can't bring your family, but we can bring you to it. We can bring your family to my cousin that I brought on. She brought her children to the cross 3-4 days. They had food. They was running around things. You can't have the children that you been forced to.
So for everybody online, Xavier wasn't being a critic. He was actually supporting what I was saying. Even if you got family and you got kids, bring them. Your cousin showed up with, you said triplets?
No, she had
two kids. I thought I heard triplets. I was impressed. She had 2 kids. She brought them, and now she's joined the family because she did what? She got them around. So let's go. Any critics? And you're like, Paul, it's harder than that. You don't understand. You're from insurance, not real estate. You're stupid. You don't say that. But just any critic in here? Come on, there's got to be a critic. Like, Paul, you're missing a step. Am I missing a step? Yes.
I like that.
Dammy's going to fit right in. I thought I had it. No, I want one. I want a critic. I want someone to say, no, Paul, you don't understand. Here, I'll give you some. I'll give you some that I've heard already. I don't know who's going to mentor. I'm going to bring Joel in. I don't know who's going to mentor Joel, so I'm not going to invite him in just yet. I don't know who's going to mentor him. We don't have enough mentors. Huh? You got to figure that out, do you? Yeah, you don't figure that out first. You bring Joel in first, create the mess. We'll figure it out. Judy Wang's like, I'll train him. Get out of my way. I'm going to punch someone is what she's going to say, right? And she'll train them. Am I right, Judy? Judy don't care. She don't. I almost said a bad word. Getting riled up here. but okay, what are some other things? Y'all know some. You've had some people tell you. But it's not that easy, Paul. I don't have enough time. I don't know. I hear that a lot. I don't have enough time. Okay, so I'll tell on myself. I've hired Brittany. Brittany's being trained by someone in commercial. I don't know where she is anymore. But she's doing something. She's working constantly. Can I train her in commercial, Xavier? No, I can barely train her in residential. Why now would I train her in commercial? I can't do that. But Ken, I don't have to worry about it. I brought her around the family. She started talking to Daniel and saying, hey, you know what? I think I want to do commercial. And I'm like, that's out of my pay grade. I'm done. Who can help her? And then boom, she's finding somebody. You with me? Pretty simple. My great friend that I've known for over 20 years, Angie's in Florida. And she's connected with someone down there, and they all getting going. My good friend, my sober brother, Brian Clark, who joined me here in Dallas and then moved to Florida, he's already got some incredible relationships in Florida where he's investing in $4 million buildings right now. So we got that off the plate now? Okay. I was going to ask him questions, but he fired me up when he said that. Any other ones y'all can think of that people say to you why they can't build now? Yes. I'm happy at my current brokerage. Oh, you going the other way on me. You want me to recruit these fools. Okay. So Xavier didn't critique what I was saying, but he did say, what if you talk to someone, they say, I'm happy at my current brokerage. You know what I say? That is amazing. I'm happy for you. Most people are not. I want to introduce you to someone that's also happy at his brokerage. His name's Daniel Ing. Can you come meet us this Thursday? He's going to cook something. I don't know what. Monkey brains. He'll cook something. Show up. The dude's always cooking. You know, you got to meet him. So all I do is compare the two. Oh, you're happy at your brokerage? So is he. He's so happy. He's so happy. Y'all gonna fit. Like, I'm not a broker. Like, you above my pay grade. You better than me. But Daniel, y'all on the same playing field. You need to come meet him. Done. That's it. You with me? Yeah, don't fight him. Because a lot of people want to go to this. Well, have you heard of EXP? That's a dumb question to ask when he just said he was happy, right? What are you going to gain from that, right? A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So you might win the battle right there, but you did not connect with him, right? We got to ask Mo some questions.
Yes, please. Q&A.
So tell us your background. What were you going to go to college to do?
So initially in high school, I was thinking to become an attorney.
Okay.
And then slowly throughout, when I started my classes, I was like, man, that takes too much time to make the money I want to make at a younger age. So I was like, okay, I'll get in business management and I'll figure it out. Well, the process of figuring out, I figured out college wasn't for me. So obviously each step I take, I got closer to realizing the person I want to become, realizing where I want to be standing in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason, yeah.
Has he always been this way?
At a young age, just
That's impressive.
At 15, 16.
Yeah.
No, I think my father, I used to go to work with him all the time when I was younger over at his stereo shop. And I used to be on like the bottom of like the pay grade. I used to like do packages, go sit in the garage with installers. And then obviously I moved up little by little and I got to salesman and all that. And then after that, my dad was like, okay, now time to fly. Go find your own. And my dad, he's helped me throughout the whole process. He's been giving me advice every night, even when he's like half asleep. And I'm like, Father, listen. And I'm here excited. He gives me advice. He shoots me questions. He tells me, do this, check this out. And he lets me help with the management side of his investments, which I love. Yeah. And that just fires me up in the commercial sector.
Yeah.
And
so there's someone here right now or someone watching right now, and they're saying, well, my father didn't support me. My father didn't support me. Therefore, that's why he's going to succeed. My father didn't support me, right? Well, y'all know my story about my father. Most of you do. I didn't have one either. I had one, but he didn't help. We heard Scribner's last week. Scribner, same thing, right? So I'm just getting rid of some excuses for people that are watching. They're going to watch it, in a couple of weeks. Go, well, that's why Moe's doing it, because he's got a dad that loved him and supported him. Well, me and Brandon didn't. So what's your excuse now? Okay. I'm just trying to I'm trying to cover all the bases up in here. So he's been this way since a young age because you took him around, hung out with him. Yeah. That's brilliant.
In the retail industry.
Yeah.
Take him around the buildings, have him do more work these days.
Okay. Has anybody got a question for Joel? I mean, Joel's back there. Anybody got a question for Mo? Melvin, you got a question for Mo? Starting off in commercial? You want to tell him you're proud of him? That's pretty good, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
So what I would love right now is if he doesn't mind, I haven't asked him, but I'd love for Daniel to kind of come up and talk about co-sponsorship. I know he's got no problem doing it. Is that right? Okay. And how you can really, Xavier, blow up your business by having other people join forces, right? Because now the sky's the limit. There's nothing holding us back. Like if you can't, let me say this. If you ain't making money in real estate, you got to figure out what you want. You just don't know what you want yet. Oh, I know what I want. Bull crap. If you ain't making no money, you don't know what you want. Done. But now let's bring it down right to EXP. If you ain't making it money in EXP right now by building, you really don't know what you want. Like, you jacked up. We got to get you unjacked up because they just made it easier for us, Melvin. You got a team going out in Arizona. I ain't in Arizona. You ain't in Arizona. Well, Daniel can connect you with someone in Arizona that can train your team. And you still get all the stuff for that. Mine in your old business, it didn't work that way. If someone else trained them, they got everything, right? They just disappeared from us. Not here, right? So that's exciting. And I want you to, I want him to share with y'all, because Joel and Alina are new and they're customers of mine, like I told you, and I'm excited for them. And Joel, how long you been with GJ? Year and a half. And so he's going to be a great person for all of y'all to know that are doing real estate. He's looking for land deals all the time. He's always looking for something to put a house on, because he don't buy subdivisions and put houses on them. He's waiting for someone to get the land. He's needing people that know land, and he'd rather y'all get the commission if you can get it, and help the man out. But I'm excited that y'all get to hear what he's about to talk about when it comes to co-sponsorship, and how you can literally build in all 50 states and 24 countries. Give it up for Daniel and give him a hand, please.
Right. Thank you for coming in this rain. Excited about what's going to start tomorrow, May 1st, Thursday. They announced this co-sponsorship stuff. And, for a lot of you guys that are in EXP, this is very powerful. We've never had this in the past 15 years in EXP. I've been in the company about 4.5 years. And this aligns where instead of just us building our own organizations, our downline, if you want to say, we can cross. And like Paul's here, he's in my organization, but he may not be in Brandon's organization. Guess what? They can co-sponsor, team up to help support more people. So this is a huge thing about co-sponsorship. And I want to kind of share a little graph that I created, and I'm working on starting tomorrow. This will go live where, Mo brought in Sam. Sam's a good friend, semi-related, distant cousin, maybe same village somewhere. And, I talked to Mo and I told Mo, like, hey, he's eligible to be co-sponsored because he joined after February 24th. That was the guideline that I was reading. Same thing with you, Xavier, where your cousin, same thing. So I said, Mo, what is it that you're needing? And I know these leaders in EXP. I've connected with them in the past 4 years. I said, I really like Ibrahim. He's in Canada. He has close to 800 people in his organization. What is he doing? Let's just have our conversation. And you don't have to do this. I mean, you're not obligated to have a co-sponsor, but hey, it's an opportunity. So these two young men talked to Ibrahim, had a Zoom call, and Ibrahim was fired up because he wants to build an organization in Dallas. He doesn't have anyone here. Well, guess what? He's a top producer. He's the #1 team in EXP Canada in Toronto. Imagine that pouring into Sam and Mo, right? And then, his obligation he said, I can fly here every month. So that is co-sponsorship where Sam is getting rev share from his growth and all that, and these two people can pour into this line. Can Mo get another person and find another co-sponsor for? Yes. You're no longer just tied to one thing, right? Yes, Mo has a great upline right here, right? But you're not just tied to just one line. So in the future, when you look at EXP, say the next 12 months, we're all going to be interconnected, and this is a beautiful thing. So that is the beauty of interconnection, and we didn't divide rev share. So a lot of other companies that I've seen is they split it in half, and what happens is, and I just did the math. If your downline also gets another co-sponsor, it splits half again. So your rev share going down gets split half and half and half again, where your bottom, there's nothing left. That's what happened. They actually shot themselves in the foot. Glenn Sanford came up with this idea where you have a co-sponsor. He supports Sam and Mo. And the beauty of this triangle here is Mo gets access to Ibrahim too, all his stuff, all his coaching, you know. And I'm working with another one. Let's see. Yeah, I've been really busy. Here, Aaron. Aaron was with Lucia. He's eligible. I said, "Hey, Aaron, you're eligible to be co-sponsor. You don't have to." He goes, "Well, if I had an extra commercial person, for more coaching and things like that, who do you think?" I said, "Perfect. I know a guy named Paul Frank. He's out in Sacramento, California. He's our number 2 producer in EXP commercial. He's a developer, investor. He's military, so he's very structured. He has a mentee program that he's mentoring agents around the country. Why don't you guys have a Zoom call? This will be activated tomorrow, right?" So yeah, so there's just a lot of different scenarios where I'm just working on the co-sponsorship. I have another one that I'm working on where, this lady I've been working on for 4 years, top producer now, and I just felt like, well, maybe she needs more female leadership. And I said, okay, well, here's an opportunity. Here's an option. Doesn't have to be, but here's an option that I'm going to be connected. I have a call with them at 4 o'clock, and I'm going to introduce these 3 ladies up here called the Girls with Grit. They have 20,000 people in their coaching program. They're a great, 3 partners that came together. That's an opportunity to support this line, right? Raven's also an icon agent. She did, I believe, 72 transactions last year, something like that. Yeah, and has 2 kids, just doing top produce. But this is a synergy I created. Like these 2 don't know each other, and the reason why I did that because I felt like there's some synergy there. And for me as a leader, as you get older, Mo, you'll start understanding how to connect people. And I feel like I'm my talent, my gift is making that connections. So if you have somebody and you're not a great connector yet, talk to me. Let's talk. Let's figure out what's their why and stuff like that. So these are all different opportunities, scenarios. Same thing. Jasmine just came on board. I told Daniela opportunity, and guess what? She's getting their information to come in, and Daniela's in our group. Well, guess what? They get to learn. If they're growing, if everyone's growing here, aren't we sharing? That doesn't change. We're in the same organization together. We're still sharing everything together, right? So the more resources coming into our group, we get to share more stuff. So our group is gonna get, I don't know, injected with something. So our group is gonna get injected with co-sponsorship. And so one of the ideas, if you're thinking about growth, so my goal is to have 20 leaders that I'm co-sponsoring or connecting with, and those 20 resources are going to come back to the group. That's 20 more people that they're doing different things that we can bring back and share, and it's going to enhance everyone. So for those that are new, don't understand rev share and how it works, the company shares the revenue back to us. And if you want to get into the details, let me know. I'm pretty detailed on understanding all that. And that's why, Paul says, just have them in front of me. Because if that person wants more details, then I'll sit down with them. But at the end of the day, it's people who join people. If I have to go through all the details for many months, they're not ready. And that's okay. Don't push them. But you invited. That's the main thing. Is you invite people. Because it's the follow-up, the power of the FU. You invite them and you don't follow up, guess what? They're going to talk to somebody else and they're going to go join EXP. I've had over 100 people who have joined EXP, not in our organization, because one of y'all invited them. We didn't follow up. And guess what? We see them at EXP. And I welcomed them. I said, hey, and they're like our affiliate partner. But now, guess what? I can work with them directly and say, hey, because they like what we have to offer on the commercial side, we might be a co-sponsor, right? So that's the beauty of this and, co-sponsorship. So, but if you need more detail, there's a whole website on it. You can go over the FAQ. There's videos. There's so many things, but don't overthink things. Just know that our company is always advancing. Our company is always looking at improving. Even our commercial side, we got CoStar this year finally. CoStar's at extra $250. We were paying for build out, Canva and stuff like that for extra $50 plus the Regis access. How many people or an EXP has been to one of the Regis offices? Okay, I'm glad that you guys are utilizing it. I can guarantee you more than 50% of the agents have never been to the Regis office. You know, probably 80% have not. And then EXP actually tracks that. They actually because when you go to Regis, you have to give your membership number. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm glad you guys came. I know it's raining, but doesn't matter because that's just nature. And you guys showed up, and that's really important. And like I said, it was good seeing you guys here. I know you got wet, Frank. Um, but yeah. Anything else? Any questions? Yeah, Frank. Yeah.
Can we?
Oh, so yeah.
Hello.
So the people that join February 24th and afterwards to May 1st, you have 30 days to add a co-sponsor. And after that, you can't do it. May 1st, starting tomorrow, if someone joins tomorrow, you only have 5 days to add a co-sponsor. So for those that are actually bringing people on, we need to know this information, right? That's why I've been pushing so you guys understand it. It's not like, oh, it's there, I'll add it later. No, you got 5 days. And that's what they put in place right now. Will it change in 3 months? Who knows, right? But right now, as of the FAQs, that's what that is. So good.
Oh, is it gonna be like a link, just like by the Join EXP website, or like, do you know how they're gonna have that work?
So what I was told yesterday was there is a link where because this is 3 parties, right? So we the 3 of us need to agree. So 3 of us have to actually sign off. So it's not like as a sponsor you just put someone's name down. The 3 of us actually have to sign off and agree because we need to support this agent. If someone just randomly puts my name down and I don't know who they are, it's not a partnership. So it's really a partnership that an agreement. So they're going to have a link where all 3 parties will sign off that yes, I agreed to what my duty as a co-sponsor, what my duty as a primary sponsor, and how the money flows and all that. That's the agreement. I haven't looked at it, but that's my guess is what that would be. So, yes, yeah. No, I know for the YouTubers. We have like 11 people on.
That being said, I know that you support commercial and residential.
Yes.
That being said, if somebody for somehow they want to choose you for the commercial,
Yeah.
but choose somebody else for the residential, would that be?
Yeah, that works.
And why is the limitation of 5 days, if I may ask? Because you guys started from the
So
February to 24th. You got this period of time, and then May 1st.
I think it's because the accounting. So once you onboard somebody, it takes them 2 to 3 days, and because when you have the rev share component, don't forget there's a lot of stuff on the back end that they have to do. Because if someone comes in, they're this tier, and all of a sudden you add a co-sponsor, what it does is shifts the person down one. So there is instead of splitting in half, instead of equally, they push basically like for me. I'm tier 1 to Raven, and this person, Judy, is tier 2. They shift that person down because Raven needs a co-sponsor because she wants to do resi-commercial. So that Raven's residential, I'm commercial. So that's a great scenario that way. And they add me within 5 days. Will they change it in the future? I don't know. Right? Yeah.
So we need to decide which one to be the first one.
So typically, if you're looking at this chart, here I'm gonna make it bigger. Typically, the primary knows Judy. Okay, and this was really created. So let's not look at local markets. Let's say Raven is in Dallas and Judy is in Florida, and say I'm in Florida. I can support Judy locally, right? That's why the co-sponsor comes in, because if you have somebody in Florida but we're not there and there's no one to support them, it's hard, right? So that's why this co-sponsor came about. But when you talk about commercial, it doesn't matter where we are as long as I'm supporting that person. But so typically the primary knows Judy, and then the primary introduces me into supporting this agent that they're bringing on. Or The scenario could be like Judy knows both of us. She likes both of us. I don't know who to choose. That's where we come out. And then the main thing is who's the upline, right? That's a decision, business decision between you guys. And but really it's going to be the one that knows the person typically, right? Will it switch? It could.
What if I, for example, know both of you guys equally?
I think the main thing is resources. As an agent, you want to look at the upline resources, right? If my group, like my upline is in California, his upline is in Boston. Are they going to support you locally, right? Maybe this other person's upline is maybe there's like two or three people that are here in Dallas. They're going to give you more local support. So that might be the best scenario for the primary, right? But really, it's who do you know first, and who's explained the model. That's there's no right or wrong way, but that's kind of like who's the one that explained the model, who invited you first. You know, there's 90,000 of EXP agents. People are gonna know people. You're gonna find someone on YouTube, but the main thing is who do you have that relationship for most. If it's equally both, like that,
That's
then let's just have our conversation. And then the two leaders, their focus needs to be on you. What's best for you
true.
at that's at the end of the day.
Because
There's gonna be so many things.
it's ultimately benefiting everybody because
Correct.
it's equal because that's completely different. Yeah, residential is residential,
Yeah.
commercial is commercial, so
Yeah.
they're pretty much equal.
Yeah. The main thing when you look at this, my upline does not get the rev share. It stops at me and it goes up her upline. Instead of splitting the rev share, they chose the primary.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. But I can go in more detail. I didn't get it the first day. I had to write it all out, and I had to create little charts and things like that, and that helps me. But I think the main thing is there's going to be a lot of growth starting tomorrow. Get ready because I know all the alpha beta leaders. They're talking, and they're all interconnecting. And tomorrow, once it unlocks, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be. But growth is chaos, so you're going to see a lot of growth and chaos together. But it's going to be good because I'm already working with the Wolfpack. I'm already working with Tina Call. I'm already working with Spring Bee, Kyle Whistle, all these big leaders that have thousands of people and their coaching stuff. But Brandon, yes.
So for the folks that are joining or joined after February 24th, they have 30 days. Does that 30 days start tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so you
Yep.
have until May 31st, essentially, right?
30 days, 30. Yes.
Okay.
But double check the FAQ. Make sure it's not the 30th. Don't come in the last day. It's like, yeah. But yeah. So I think the main thing is, if you and the thing is, if you don't know anyone in EXP, ask. Ask me like, hey, Daniel, do you know someone that could support my team member that I'm bringing on? I'll get to meet them, get to know their personality, and at the same time, and then you can start scheduling your calls. So, and there's a lot of leaders out there that want to grow that's going to support you. Yeah. So, because one of the things, if you look at it, some people like, oh, I joined the wrong group, so they have to leave the company 6 months and then come back and find another sponsor. That's what used to happen. No longer. Even if your whole upline left, you don't need to leave the company because you can co-sponsor and find another leader to work with you to grow. Yeah. Yeah. So both my uplines were not here in Dallas. We were able to grow to almost 300 people so far. And we're just scratching the surface. Like Calvin and I, every day we're fired up. I told him we need to learn how to create a coaching platform on commercial. Like learn the systems, what to do, how to share the stuff so people are reading it, because that was not that was never in our, I don't know, our journey, I guess, as commercial brokers, but now things change, right? We learn, we adapt, we help, and we can impact more people. This platform, if you ask me why am I doing it, I can be a bigger impact because of this platform. As a principal broker with Calvin as my business partner, we can impact a few families, but that's it. I could not do this globally. I have a team in Peru. I just onboarded a number 5 in Peru now, right? And then another group that's in Peru had dinner to make it more of a connection, to create more synergy. And that group right now is going to grow in Dominican Republic. That's my tier 4, tier 5. I don't speak Spanish. I've never been to Peru, never been to Dominican Republic. But I told them anything I can support with, whatever resources I have, let me help. So I gotta learn Spanish. My dad sent me to El Salvador, when I was 15, but I went to go play. And but yeah. Well, thank you everyone. If you have any more questions, let me know. Just whoever invited you, just make those connections. And yes, Paul, go ahead. Oh, go, shameless plug. Yes, come on in. T-shirt.
All right. Shameless plug number 4.
Everyone give Paul a round of applause for every Wednesday he's pushing us, because this is not comfortable for me to have this every Wednesday. I try to do it on Fridays. No one showed up, and I gave up. So I did it on Fridays before, and there's 1 or 2 people, and I'm like, but when Paul came in, he goes like, no, we need to do it every Wednesday, and he said he'll help me. I was like, perfect. So you find good leaders, and I didn't find him. Colin found you.
Yeah.
He just set up the meeting, and you're here now. Yeah. And you just get your book.
Yeah.
Let's hear all about it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So my book does drop tomorrow for the Kindle. That doesn't make sense for the ebook. The paperback will drop May 10th, but you can actually start purchasing it by the end of today. It'll be up for sale, the paperback. But what I'd like to do is, if you want to, is I want to give away some shirts. But here's my only caveat to giving a shirt away is you have to put it on, because we're going to come up here and take a picture so I can broadcast that today through social media and talk about the fact we're doing the book drop. So if you don't want to put a shirt on right now, I understand. Don't worry about it. There'll be other shirt giveaways, I promise. But I'm excited. I'm excited about the book. I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do with the workbook. Very excited about the workbook. I'm glad you read it, Noel. What did you think of it, Noel, the workbook? Scare you a little bit?
A little bit. It's a little firm.
It's a firm. So it's a firm workbook. There ain't no playing around. This is all about activity and pushing you every single week and writing it down every single week. And then we're going to do a call. I said Monday, but I need to get with Daniel and see what he thinks the best day. I might do Tuesday, but we're going to do an accountability call. Yes to what? Yes to Tuesday. Okay. We got a vote from somebody really, really strong up here, Scribs. So we might stick with Tuesday. But we'll figure that out. But there will be an accountability call every week where you have to show up and show your numbers. And so if you want a shirt and you want to put it on right now and take a picture with us, can you raise your hand just so I can get an idea of? Okay, good. So what I'll do is come over here to the sizes, and hopefully there's your size by the time we get to you. But can I do one more thing? Joel, would you like to say anything about your company you got, and how? Come on up real quick. It's my buddy Joel. Give him a hand. Oh wait, we don't need microphone now, do we? It's still on. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Test.
Yeah, just tell them your name and what you and Alina are doing, and give a plug to Alina.
Yeah,
like a model, man.
She is.
Yeah.
I want to do 2 plugs.
Okay.
All right. So there is GJ Gardner. We build houses, as Paul mentioned. It's build on your lot typically. I do have aspirations to do developments in the future, but for now, we're always looking for land. When it comes to agents, you got picky clients, and you're like, you need to build a house, not buy an existing. We're your solution for that. So we're here to help you build. That's where this is a good fit. It's a good transaction. It's just extra transactions that we can add for you guys to make more money and not have to let a client go. And then there is our giving back to the community, which we are calling Hope Homes, that we are building. Our focus is on aged out foster youth. So that's in the very infant stages. But that is we're going to provide transitional housing. So the need is they need affordable housing that's safe so that they can build a rental history to be able to get in a normal rental. So we'll be looking for land as well as potentially existing homes for that. So yeah, looking forward to getting that off the ground this year too. I mean, I'm all about going big. Obviously, the bigger the land, the more money we need backing for it. So our dream is to, I've currently started planning out something on like a 10 acres and be able to build out a whole community, because really the big need for them is community. That's more of a need for them. Now on the GJ Gardner side, it's really up to what the client wants. On the investment side of things, if investors want to build spec houses and sell them, we're all about that as well. But for clients, we get the range of, they want a lot in town, which becomes difficult because you feel, I want to live in Plano, specifically in this neighborhood, and well, there's no land available. So, but then we get people that want a half acre, a full acre. So it's really client driven at that point of what they want and what their needs are, mixed with what's available.
Don't help him out till he gets his license. I didn't say
In
that.
process.
It's all about helping people. Alina, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I want to help them out.
So we will be.
They're going to be a power couple, man.
Yeah.
They're going to be power. And she's like Miss Texas or something like that. Tell us that.
Yeah. So she is NEM was the one. Mrs. NEM. She's won in a pageant. This is pageants. She was also what Texarkana? Teen Texarkana. Thank you. Has the announcement been made by? Yeah. Okay, so I can't announce that. But we've got announcement coming soon. But we have other aspirations within. I don't know how much you know about pageants. I didn't know, but there are power women. Like, they have degrees. It is not just, hey, look how beautiful I am. They're like lawyers, doctors, like.
Smart married man right there.
Yeah. Do I? Oh, a lot of them are real estate agents. So just let us get our license first. We'll tap that market. Yeah.
That's the possibility.
Yeah.
When you look at a model that allows you to get out of the box, because when I own a franchise real estate company, I bought a territory. When you understand that this business model allows you to grow, like Mo's going to grow in Dubai, I know that because I connected Sadaf and Rashad with Dunia, which is the country leader in Dubai. She's going to help grow your team. She'll be your co-sponsor in that market, and I've talked to her already. Ready. So you just have to invite. So everything Paul said is the power of the invite. You have to learn how to invite people, and that's it.
Jennifer's giving me the hook. She's already getting ready for me. So go. Are you my passer out?
Yes.
Yeah, come over by Jennifer, get your t-shirt size, and you don't leave till you get a picture. I will hunt you down. Stranger will hunt you down.
You want that?
No, you're good. Good job, man. Thanks for coming.
No, I celebrate.
Okay.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Sometimes. Yeah, so I mean, the interest rate you will come down after the Thank you.
Possibly, so, because we were looking at more like.
I know, I don't have some.
Yeah.
So this just solves some problems. The company had to figure out so crazy. Like when I look at
What is that?
Is this like a slim fit?
Yeah.
What is that? Like,
Okay, no more cards. That's what I was coming for.
I have one more.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, that's good on you. Looks like.
big
All right, John, you want the picture? How big is it? I just learned to be somebody else. Yes, sir. That was a great one. Great meeting. Yes, sir. I do. Not really. I'll show you exactly what it's mainly just.
Next time I'll slow down a little.
I push him a little too much. Too much pressure. Right. You ready for the picture? Well, that was great, man. Thank you. And I felt because I felt really excited. I moved on from a self-employed. Well, I didn't go that way to the business owner. I went to investor, and I moved back to self-employed. I pushed back that business owner, which I was able to take these 2-3 months to get away from business. Now I'm
right here on the wall. On the wall.
So we get together, it's gonna have to be like on like a weekend type party.
Come on in.
Hey, it's ours. We can rip it off that, right?
So not a consistent thing, just like every once in a while. Oh, absolutely. I think it's awesome.
So real quick, I want to share something with y'all before we take a picture. Judy, you ready?
Come on in. She's gonna hold the shirt.
Yeah, Ellie, you wanna hold the shirt?
So
Come on, hold the shirt.
Yeah.
Grab another shirt.
Right in front of you there.
so you can hold it. I just want to share something with y'all real quick while we're wearing. I'm gonna go ahead and start. So the shirt y'all wearing says "I Can't Quit." That's the name of the book. That's the name of the book. On the back it says Proverbs 14:4, and what that is it takes a strong ox to plow the field. And back in 2013, my daughter and I were trying to come up with a word for the year. We always pick a word for the year, and I kept saying strength, strength, strength. And then she goes, strength isn't good enough. I want something different. And I read out loud, not knowing that it takes a strong ox to plow the field. And she said, ox strong. And that became our word from sobriety on. So ox strong. So Proverbs 14:4 to us is take a strong ox to plow the field, which I can't quit. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. People ever ask why Proverbs 14:4 is on your shirt? That's the reason.
Hi, my tummy. All right, everyone squeeze in a little bit. Everyone. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hands out. 1, 2. All right.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. You bet, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the shirt, Paul.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
See you Saturday.
Hope you become the bestseller, man.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Okay. So why Kindle version came out first?
We had a hard time with Kindle publishing to get my spine correct. They kept saying it was too big or too small. And so I got a BA in the Philippines, and she's doing it for me. She's committed to finishing it. And I said, just turn it off. So she goes, no, it's gotta be on. I can't do it. It's gotta be on the spine. It's gotta be on the spine. Last night at midnight, so it goes on sale today. We'll have both versions. We'll get some good recruiting. Yeah. My other social media, he wants to be a free giveaway. Just to collect emails. That's down the road. I don't have the capacity.
So you like the deal?
I'm working with them.
Never met her, but she's met her husband's Filipino. And so I had absolutely I said, hey, I want you to meet one of your fellow Filipinos. And so they started passing away. So sweet.
Yeah.
That's my dude. She just gets on the what? Yeah. Yeah, she did.
That's never not me.
That's why we call
I was out in the rain and I was like, man, I need a new shirt.
And then imagine
I was out in the rain and up in the garbage. I came out the driveway, like all the trash was like,
yeah. Everyone has something.
and then I was driving here like, I can't just have a collection.
I know that there's a software.
I haven't gone through my contact list in a long time. Alright. So, yeah, I definitely would like to get together and do this. I know there are a couple options.
Alright, my mind is going to 20. Hi, hello. Here, you want to send it to TC? Let me give you his number right now. Yeah. And then my mom just put like my face on anyway, so I can go to document yeah.
Barely anybody.
No, you're good.
If you look at the page, I begin to
I figured, no, they were just gonna use it as email for everyone. I don't know who's gonna look up these
to get that.
Or 817.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now, we started
It is.
You would just put Tom Berry and then TOF Berry FERRY.
So we feed Instagram
I need to talk to you.
I'm looking at you.
I need your business card because I'm gonna talk to you about, I took some.
You got business card? Okay.
That's for both of you guys?
Which card did you use?
JJ. I think, I forgot, that's you. So because I want to talk to you guys, are you open to?
That's so weird. And I have this like,
We're talking about 66 acres and 28 acres.
so it's,
Yeah.
you know, we're just,
245.
we're just trying to stay consistent. So we're doing a few things.
Oh, perfect.
You're trying, man. That's what it is. There's no one who's not one. I know Paul's always talking about it, man.
I let them know I'm working in our
And also, like, I'm trying.
Of course. I know.
So we're gonna talk about this a lot because we're gonna do this line, I'm gonna be able to with another agent.
She posts like 3,000. Yes.
And then the next one,
All right.
I can technically go like this. I'm not gonna start getting too far out. It's just. It's gotta be large enough, because then I got time trips and all that.
You and I
Try to stay.
I see, okay.
I like that.
I see. Yeah, we're gonna be up and running.
Exactly. You have a benchmark every time. Yeah.
We're not doing it.
But you are capable of doing the job growth. Maybe we get some job growth.
So we really just use one section and one custom built house.
Right.
Let's talk about what you do.
Yeah. Go get it. There. I will help once the work.
Right.
I worked on it all day.
Right.
Leaders that we more value for the staff members.
Now we gotta create all these.
I just.
How long does it take you to build?
Tell them they can wait for 4 weeks. I'll go.
It's faster when they're online, we can build.
Like, give me a time frame, because I'm somebody.
Especially if we're in extra spec and they're not involved in the business things, and I can say, all the sides.
I get all the
Then.
You guys are
Justin, I haven't been sharing his.
Justin was here.
We are.
Oh,
Gonna go into
Ryan.
negotiating
Ryan's
with our the structure that we have right now, or
Cool.
just,
I don't want to
demolish.
Thanks, sir.
Stay dry too.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Good luck to you. Thank you, thank you. And I'm not gonna leave without saying hello to everyone who's giving me a free shirt.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, Paul.
Good.
I came late a bit, so I.
She's excited.
You know, here the first.
We're sitting here and
When
I'm
did
like,
you get
I'm
here?
just here to support him. And I'm like, hey.
I don't know what it is.
You don't need a lot.
I think I was talking about the very beginning. So you're
She's a real
That's
star.
okay.
Yeah,
So
she
nothing-
was-
I didn't-
she was,
So what are the details of that?
well,
It's
so
never quit.
yeah, the book is my recovery from alcohol.
And then she got out of she
Okay.
well, she was an employee for days.
I used to be in complete desperation.
And she likes this
Crying, God,
model.
I can't quit now.
There's just something I just had to be
I tried
the right connection.
Years later, that became my motto for business. Never quit.
Mm,
So it's got
good for you.
dual purpose.
Good for you.
So that's probably all I was talking about. And so the book's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Electronic version.
I bet you there is
Paperback.
I'm like, how are
Goes for pre-sale today. And then I'm building a workbook that goes with the whole package. So that way when I hire new
I don't
agents,
know why. I
It's
don't
just
know what
like-
the connection is.
there's no one gets this 12-week program that I've built.
Oh my gosh, that's such a.
Because to get out there, you have
So
to.
now
You can't be an SNC
No.
you don't have agents
I mean,
waiting
you
on
can.
you.
You can.
Hey,
Yeah.
Plug and play.
Laid out.
Yep.
Exactly, and that's why I'm the customer duration.
But you guys do.
Yeah.
So we are the plug and
Yes.
play. Just follow.
Yeah.
So actually, all three of them are different personnel.
Don't play.
Yeah.
So one's like the planner, one's more the eye.
Love it.
And you find
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Indeed.
Yes.
Same here.
All right.
get all the disc profile together.
So cool.
We'll talk.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
so
Yes,
much.
good seeing you.
We'll see you.
It's nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
the
you.
call. Same here. We'll talk. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see you, Jen. See ya. You too. I know, I
I
know,
actually
like
just-
you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Her card, she deals in-
Yeah, I was just having them.
Okay.
You'll send me those when you get a chance.
You want to-
Oh, there you go.
Look at our
landscape.
I put it in here because it was just.
Hanging out, I'm like.
All right. Very cool.
Let's see, there's gonna be airdrop it to you.
So, Paul, you owe me a second shirt too, by the way.
Why?
From, but on the live, you're like, everyone who posts this gets a free shirt. No, I don't even know their names. Giving you a hard time.